you might want to go out and take a walk during lunch with a kid. I used to do that. I still take walks with kids. I mean, I'm doing that kind of thing all the time. Helen talks about it in the book. She talks about a cool teacher in middle school where Alex would go during lunch and they'd pull out their iPods, you know, the cool teacher in the house, you know, and he let them listen to music, and each one would, boy, that's powerful stuff. Doesn't cost anything. There's no money. You know, I'm not saying we shouldn't be concerned about our budget cuts, but this isn't costing money. Okay? You see what I'm saying? So I think that if we, and parents, it's the same. I'm talking about teachers here because I think teachers have enormous impact on kids with this. I mean, it's really this is where they should be getting a huge round of applause for the work they do with the kids. You know, but parents, the same message, gang. You know, take a walk with the kids. And I said, I'm worried about the homework. The kid's getting the eyeball snapped in his head over the homework. You know? You're laughing there, you know that, right? Yeah. Keep your sense of humor. That's, you know, try to keep your sense of humor about these things. Now, I want to open up I want to open up to questions in a second, but hold on. I want to show you in a different slide. Now, this was a school that I am still stunned by, and I don't know if the administrators out there, I wrote the book intending to help parents. Parents who are my target audience, teachers secondary, but I never expected to happen what happened just 2 weeks ago. And you have it in your packets, gang. There's an article in there. And this school, and the principal had contacted me, I don't know, 6 months ago to say, wow, we read your book, and we're going to change our school. I'm like, oh, yeah, right, okay. What? Okay. And they took some ideas to heart that were in the book. And some of these ideas was the notion that the curriculum didn't really work for our kids, as you could imagine. This sort of standard curriculum. But, you know, it's New Jersey. You can't just throw out the curriculum. You know, we got all this, I don't even call it up here, the AYPs, AED, but, you know, passing PSA, everything's got to be passed. You know, there's a state standard, blah, blah, whatever the testing is. But the principal said, we recognize we have a standards-based curriculum, but we're going to build in a student-based curriculum based on your book. I said, really? Wow, I did it. And he did. They literally revamped their curriculum. Now, it's going to look to you, wait 1 second. It's going to look to you almost like shop or something, like, oh, we do that in school. This is something different. It's called Flex Time. Didn't cost the school any money. But these kids, and they're little kids, 2nd through 5th grade, for a half hour a day, can choose what they want out of 6, 7, 8 different classes. Little kids. Like, I remember going to art class and music class and going, oh my God, I'm back in art class. Oh no, here I am again. Because I stunk at art, and I was, you know, here I am. I didn't want to be in art class. You know, it wasn't my brain strength. So these little kids got to choose things like perspective drawing, Lego engineering, puppetry, movement and dance, guitar. Like, what? And it didn't, like, this was the movement one. This one looks like gym class. But here's a kid, you know, again, it kind of has a little bit of, you know, he's welding stuff. I went into the school last week. I mean, this to me is the image that you've got. This teacher, his name is, he's mentioned in the article in your packet. You should have seen these kids engrossed in these simple machines, these Lego machines that they were building. The amount of money that the school cost, it cost them Lego kits. That wasn't like they had this, budgets and all this. But, this is very real. I mean, wow, look at that stuff. This is what the kids have made. I saw an incredible range of projects that these kids have been making. Here's a teacher looking at, that same teacher looking at his machines. Here's the guitar group. Okay, so you got that feel. Would I have that question, comment, reaction on that? What do you think? What would you? Not one reaction? Yeah, the principal had an inspiration based on the book, and he went to his superintendent. It's a relatively small district, but he went to his superintendent and said, look, I have a concept here. And the superintendent said, wow, what a concept, how much is it going to cost us? And they looked at it, they tried to figure it out. It wasn't going to cost them a lot of money, and they said, boy, what a great idea. And they got the school board behind them, and the teachers, they, buy in. I mean, I'm simplifying, it was probably a lot more. But yeah, there was a lot of buy-in from administration. There really was, which is very important. Obviously, it's got to come from the top. I just want to give you a taste of what's possible. A couple more images. Here's a 5, 6-year-old kid. I mean, he's real cute. Look, I mean, that's pretty good. Spatial thinking kind of guy. And they draw stuff on the board. You get the flavor of this kind of kid. This is the kid that made the Ninja Star Kid, okay? That's our Ninja Star Kid. Bender, here he is, Ninja Star Boy. He was very proud of himself. He wanted you all to see him. I cut my own stuff out of it. There he is. That's a good look at him. All right. I just wanted to, because I know it's getting closer to the time, I wanted to entertain a couple of questions, a couple of reactions. I want to, on the handout that you have there, there's a bullet point list. I don't want to go, I basically went through a kind of like what to do sort of thing for like in the PowerPoint. How much time do we have, Lori? What's that? Five? Look at this packet here, this one here. This gives you a couple of the shutdown learner concepts, and on the second page, they're just basic guidelines to follow, things to remind yourself of as a teacher, as a parent. I'll just, why not? Let me run through them, and then we'll end. 1, recognize these kids are of concern are struggling in the left side of the curve for a lot of different reasons. That's that soup pot idea. 2, don't over-label. Watch the overuse of jargon. 3, understand that with a shutdown learner profile, these children are losing their emotional energy or fuel over time. With a depletion of energy, there's less and less willingness to try and perform in the classroom. 4, understanding the spatial hands-on strengths of many of these kids. They love doing things. Find jobs, errands, and things to engage them outside of the class, and they'll feel better. You remember the old days? These kids would be the go clean my eraser kids. I used to love going out and cleaning the erasers for the teacher. I know we don't have them anymore because of smart boards or whatever we have, but like, find something the equivalent of throwing those erasers against the building coming back in and feeling really proud of yourself. That's what we need, Those Ninja Star things with Alex, hang them up. Teachers, you get a little hung up on, oh, but it's not fair. It's not fair. What if Alex, forget that. Is it fair that I'm on the smooth road and the other kids are on the pothole road? No. So, find those erasers, throw against the wall jobs, okay? Ask yourself, I know you're overburdened, teachers, parents, can I give this kid 5 minutes? Is there something at 10 minutes that could recharge this kid's battery? All right, here I am back to Uno therapy. Uno therapy takes about 5 minutes. You don't have to be a school psychologist or a therapist to kind of say to the kid, you don't look so good today. What's going on? Do we need a little walk? I mean, I think that's still allowed, isn't it? No? You can't do that anymore in schools? Well, I would hope you can. But I think that even in the lunchroom, take the kid off to the side and say, hey, what's going on? You look upset. Oh, my dog is ill. He's in the hospital, whatever. Try to join with the kids some more. This point came to me from my father, and I dedicated the book to my dad, who was a wonderful principal. You probably have heard of this school. Which was that one that was on the Academy Awards? Well, he was a principal of PS22. My dad's passed away, may he rest in peace, but he would have loved the Academy Awards. My dad was a real kid-pleasing, or a kid-oriented principal. And I used to watch him in his school, and this is also the roots of Shutdown Learner. And the kids would come in using his bathroom. I'm like, hey, Dad, you're the principal. What are they? Well, these are kids that are not socially connected, and they need my bathroom. And he didn't have a 504 plan in his head. The principal will use the bathroom, blah, 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 when you need it. He just did it. It was like instinctive. So, what his message to me, because I didn't like the way I was a teacher, I didn't think I was a very good teacher, and he said, Richard, it's usually the intangible stuff. And when your hands went up before about, yes, I remember a teacher that was kind to me, that's intangible. We can't measure that. Those are not things that can be shown on AYP, whatever you call them here in Brooklyn. So pay attention to those intangibles. I talked about the jobs. Parents, down below, the 10% figure. I see a lot of parents that are 80% involved with their kids' homework. They're like hurrying. You forgot your books. Oh, I gotta go back and get your books. Oh. Well, no, the kid forgot his books. Like, okay. It's not your homework. 10% involvement, parents. I know, especially these kids, we might need a little more. We can talk about that during the panel if you disagree. But I try to use that as a yardstick for parents because I think that parents get it. Let them sit there at the dining room table. You can be sitting by, wherever, and give assistance that way. I want to thank you. You've been a great audience. I know it's getting toward